Welcome back to Star Fox 64. Today we'll be finishing off the game with the hard route, and the first opportunity we get to head on to the hard route is from Corneria via the secret exit, so let's do this.
It's about time you showed up, Fox. You're the only...
It's about time you showed up. That's not like a very grateful statement. Hey, you're the only one who can save us. It's about time you showed up, asshole!
Have you not taken a look at the galaxy map recently? Your planet's being blown to shit.
I can see the explosions from space, dude!
Usually you see that kind of thing in Dragon Ball Z, Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. So welcome back to Corneria. I love the music of Corneria. Like, the original guy who did the SNES version of Star Fox, I don't remember his name, but he did an okay job with, like, Corneria was like, dun, 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 dun. And it sounded really cool. It was, like, very rock, but Koji Kondo came into play for Star Fox 64, and he just made the whole thing very orchestral. And it's very like noticeable when you actually hear the orchestrated versions in Star Fox Assault. Like, Corneria sounds amazing in Star Fox Assault.
I mean, you know, the game looks nice, but without a decent soundtrack it would kind of be lacking. I'm really glad Koji Kondo stepped up and knocked it out of the park, as he did at the time. You don't really hear from him much nowadays. Well,
I mean, the man's been so busy, and let's be honest, like, he's probably made, like, a shit ton of money.
Good point, yeah.
Just from Nintendo, like, remastering stuff that he does. Like, how many times have you heard the Mario theme in recent games? A lot. Like, I'm sure they write him a check every single time. They use da-da-da-da-da-da.
Ka-ching!
Ka-ching!
Kondo's getting paid.
Exactly. Koji Kondo is just... I'm gonna go to his house. I'm gonna steal all this money out of his vaults that he has in his basement.
It's like the fucking vault in Luigi's Mansion 2 Dark Moon. Oh my god, sorry, that just tickled me.
Koji's Mansion, that's what I want to play.
That's like Mansion 6, you unlock it by getting all the royalties. Sorry, just before we get off the subject of Koji Kondo, you know, I can't let this pass. Koji Kondo was the basis for Tingle.
What? Nuh-uh.
No, if you look at Tingle, if you look at how he looks like, it's basically Koji Kondo.
Is there any other explanation you have for that?
Well, Miyamoto looks like the Happy Mask Shop salesman.
Does he?
Yep.
Oh my god!
I know, mind-blowing, right?
Oh, Jesus! I'm sorry, let me say that a little bit more. Oh, Jesus!
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, so my mind is blown.
Okay, now we can actually talk about how to get onto the hard route. Thank you, Stephen. Okay, first and foremost, you gotta make sure Falco survives here. He is integral for getting onto the hard route.
Yeah, there's something wrong with his G diffuser. There's something wrong with his G spot. So you gotta make sure you touch it just right. And that way, Falco can be thankful.
Okay, well, you did a good enough job surviving until now, without a dirty joke. Congrats, I guess.
So, Falco is safe, that's the first step.
Next, you have to fly through all of the archers that are coming up. Funnily
enough, Gareth, FTA, he always flew through those arches. So he only ever knew of the hard route. Like, he always just flew through the arches because he was bored, you know?
Yeah.
Not just because he was like, oh, maybe if I do this. Oh.
Well, it is fun. It's this last one right here which always got me as a child. That sun move to the right always shook me.
That's where I want to know. And then Falco's all like, hey, let's fight this waterfall, instead of, like, you know, on top of it.
And there's, like, no cavern behind it.
Right? Yeah, you just...
Took you a minute, didn't it?
You just die! You just fucking die!
Doodle-doodle-doo.
You're our only hope, Star Fox! And that was the end.
Nice, nice. That's another medal that we've already gotten.
Oh look, it's not an ape! You get to fight an alligator!
What, were you getting sick of fighting apes or something?
I was, actually.
I think this is one of the first bits of media where I ever heard the word altitude. Not interesting, but fun.
I think this is like one of the first games that like actually have a reflection in the water, which is probably just like the same model just repeated underneath the water.
Do you know the trivia about this boss?
Didn't he appear in the first Star Fox game?
He did. He was the original boss of Corneria in Starwing.
That's it, Fox!
Destroy it, Fox. We'll take out these piddly little enemies that aren't really doing anything. God, we're ineffective.
So yeah, you just like destroy this guy.
Come on, he's running away at this point.
Who are you guys? We're Star Fox.
64.
You'll never defeat.
Right, he sure managed to finish his sentence while being in the middle of an explosion.
That's one way to go.
Just imagine if they didn't have a speech prepared ahead of time. Like, Don, you... Ah! Oh, you know me, I'd go out with something really lame.
I was worried for a moment.
That was crazy.
You're becoming more like your father.
You're becoming more like your father.
My father died, Peppy, you insensitive old fuck.
Yes, I realize that I am getting closer to my untimely death. Thank you.
We fly around in tin cans against the harshness of space. It's going to happen one of these days. All it will take is for one G not to be diffused, and I'm a goner.
Yeah, speaking of which, you know, when you're around a planet, you have more of a chance of survival if you get shot down. When you're in space, you're fucked. You're
Yep.
totally fucked. Here we go to Sector Y.
It's a very colourful solar system, this.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, well, whatever, Tom.
Fox, we're under attack.
When are you ever not under attack, General Pepper?
I'm on my way.
Why? I start off that sentence with why.
Okay.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, so why is the Cornerian army in Sector Y to begin with?
I think they're just trying to follow Star Fox's example, to be honest, taking the hard route to Venom, but these mechs are like Narson. We're not having any of that. Pew pew, pew pew.
Sector. Why? Because I gotta.
I'm sorry, I have no idea what you were spelling out there.
Sector Y.
I'm a dum-dum, but then again, we are recording this very late at night, so
Tom, it's 4 in the morning. What on earth are you doing up at 4 in the morning?
I've lost control of my life. Now, I believe you have a thing for the mechs used in this level.
I love the mechs in this level. It makes you wonder why Team Star Fox doesn't have mechs, because they've got ships and tanks and cars and motorcycles.
I think a couple of those things may have been in the scrap Star Fox 2, but yes, I agree. Can you imagine it? That would be like Zone of the Enders style combat.
Yeah. Or it'd just be like Gundam.
Oh right, that was my cue to actually talk about the Gundam reference, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, again, very late. Yeah, this whole level, Sector Y, is actually a huge reference to Gundam, right down to a red-coloured enemy who moves really fast, which is a reference to one of the earlier Gundam series. I wouldn't know. If it came before Wing, I ain't interested.
Now these giant cubes that we're flying across, well I guess rectangular prisms.
You mean the space armada that Andros sent to destroy the Cornerian army?
Yeah, half of them are Andross's and half of them are ours. So, it's not very obvious because they all look identical.
It's the N64 for you, I guess.
No, I mean, it's easy to mark good guy as one color and bad guy as a different color. That's, easy. I mean, I did that in Tron. Good guys were blue and sometimes the bad guys were either red or yellow. I don't know, it's hard to keep track of my colors. There's so many colors! And they feel so right.
And they are also very bright. Now, what's this I've been hearing about the old version of Sector Y and a space whale?
Oh, yeah, there was a weird space whale in Sector Y on the Super Nintendo version of this game.
Uh-huh.
I say version. That's probably going to piss some people off. They're like, that was the original. But, yeah, it was just floating around, minding its own business. And you can't really shoot it. No, I think if you shoot at it, it just kills you instantly and you're dead. You gotta start the whole level over.
Citation needed, I guess.
Some people think the whale is a representation of Star Fox's or Fox McCloud's dad.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm just that's what people say, and I'm like, okay.
Just a guy going on Wikipedia. Well, I think this gigantic whale is a fox's dad.
Yeah, that's Wikia for you. Oh God, it's Andros!
Imagine if that was the final boss. In fact, that is pretty much the final boss of the original Star Fox.
Yeah, it's a polygon face, and then it's Andros cube version.
To get to Aquas, which is the next planet we'll be visiting, you're going to need over 100 kills by the end of this level. If you're doing well, Peppy will chime in and say you're becoming a better pilot and so on. Otherwise, Falco will chime in and call you a bit of a fuck-up. So as long as you have about, say, 90 by the time you reach the boss, you should be good to go.
I never got 100 kills on this before. I think it's safe to say, yeah, okay, Smoovies, we get it, you suck. You're listening to Hellfire Comms! Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube!
Looks different.
Alright, this... See, I always thought the way to get the hard route was to beat this guy within a certain, like, time frame. So I'd always get to the very end, and I'd try to beat the shit out of this guy as fast as I could, and it just never did anything for me, so I kept trying to do it faster every single time. And nothing happened.
Yeah, it's a bit of a ambiguous requirement, really.
It is, it's like, it's not like you have a 149 out of 100 sticking at the top left of the screen, it just says 149, that doesn't really mean anything. You're becoming more like your father.
Peppy, please.
When I was a kid, this enemy always kind of like... Let me start at the beginning. My parents were very, very... they didn't let me do anything. They didn't let me say anything. They didn't let me go out hang out with friends and stuff. That's why I'm such an introvert now. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I hate you for ruining my life. I'm just kidding. So anyways, this guy says, cocky little freak. And sometimes Slippy will say he's starting to tick me off. And to me, those were swear words. And I was like, holy shit, they're saying this in a kid's game?
Yeah, unfortunately he doesn't get a chance to say cocky little freak to it, which is a shame because it's one of the most memorable lines in the game.
Yeah. So I was just... look at that! Is that B stands for boss in your radar?
That's a B?
Yes, look, it's the letter B!
Oh, so it is. I always thought it was a yellow square with an exclamation mark in it.
Brilliant. This commentary was brought to you by NTom and Smoovies. Alright, Sector Y, as in, why did we do all that? Because it didn't do nothing.
As Sector Y, as in, why are we going to Aquas? It's the filler level. Oh!
We're heading for Aquas. Report in.
There you go.
What? Who says there you go outside of context? I can't wrap my head around that. What was he referring to? There you go.
There you go, you met the requirements for the hard route.
I guess. Like you destroy an entire... What if that's all General Pepper had to say when you got back home? There you go.
You did good, Star Fox. Now do even better in this level to get a medal.